Hello everyone and welcome to Mozdok. And look at this beautiful twilight. New weather mode from Gaijin. Apparently it's too bright for night vision, but too dark to see anybody from afar, or darker than usual I would say. But that's not a problem for XM-1 because we have thermal imaging. We're going to a cliché spot that usually shown to us by Fly Daily and many other YouTubers, and try to notice enemies' wide flankers in the process and not to get shot, hopefully. We notice a BMP-2M, but our teammate takes care of him fast. We have almost arrived to our destination, and looking at the hill that overlooks our home point, A, that hill can not only negate our flanking efforts, but also catch our teammates off guard when they go from A to the action. And now that I'm on position, I just listen and look around. Usually that's the only things you have to do in a competitive spot like that. And this is a very competitive spot. Not only we overlook C, but also trying to catch unaware enemies going to B, or just deny them their path to B. Like for example this T-72B. Nice side shot and our first kill. The most essential thing in War Thunder winning the match is having a right team. And if you look at the map, we do have a right team. You can clearly draw the front line that is crashing most of the hills, like we do. We are a bit behind the front line, so we don't get shot and disabled like AMX-40 here. The most important is patient. Let the enemies come to you and your teammates take risk. A very conservative playstyle, I'd say. I expect from myself fix our teammates' mistakes, but I try to never rely on a random teammate fixing my mistake. And I'm getting quite jealous of my teammates and I want a part of action. I notice T-72AV concentrated on a different enemy and I take my shot. And immediately reverse behind the hill, just to be safe from the enemies that are just spawned. I'm checking for any enemies at that direction, just in case, and I hear a helicopter. Maybe I can take a shot at him, but no. Our team is successfully capping C, and we are in the end game, so to say. Our teammates are partially spawn camping, and I notice a plane. Looks like a G91 that might have Nord missiles, and got a little bit scared here seeing his profile like that. But it looks like they have no ordnance and don't pose much of a threat to us. So we try to get some random hits from our 50 cal. Sometimes it works, sometimes you get hits, sometimes 50 cals start fires. Nevertheless, I'm changing my position because the MX-40 is being very open with his 20mm cannon's use, and I just don't want that kind of attention. I notice that there are not much enemies left, so I'm relocating to the spot that is kind of like spawn camping but also defending B. Don't blame me please, I wasn't the one who designed this map. And I'm taking refuge behind this house that overlooks enemy spawn but also defends B cap from the enemies. So far, all quiet on the western front. A small reference to a novel by Erich Maria Remarque. And I'm fast forwarding to the end of the match, so we can get directly to the results. 2 kills, 10th place, below average result, considering we've been on one of the most competitive spots in the game. 21,000 silver lines, 5,000 RP, nothing spectacular at all. But what about spawning on the other side of the map? Same vehicle, same Mozdok, just weather is clearer. And if you remember from the first match, I noted a hill that overlooks a cap, and I'm trying to take advantage of XM-1's arguably best tool, which is its speed, and I'm using it to reach the hill as fast as possible, catch the enemies off guard who are trying to cap A, and hopefully prevent them from flanking from the west. And so far XM-1 is doing exactly what XM-1 should be doing, is reaching the competitive spot on the map to catch enemies off guard, throwing RT on A to get those random hits and disorient the enemy if possible. And we are exactly where we're supposed to be. So far nobody reached A, and we're trying to catch them off guard. Just like this poor IT1 that's trying to get to A as fast as possible. We notice a couple more enemies and take a disabling shot at T-55 AM. So far everything works exactly as it's supposed to for me. And here my tunnel vision costed my commander his life, but we still have 3 crew in the tank, but we're still close to our full battle capacity. I tried to disable breach on this T-72, but unsuccessfully. So knowing he will rely on his armor, I'm waiting him to push up. That is exactly what he does and gets breached by me. I get a bit overconfident and my gunner pays the price, unfortunately. Now I am left with 2 crewmates. And while repairing, I'm trying to assess the situation on the battlefield. So far our team is not doing a very good job despite decapping B. Most of them are sniping from C, and enemies have safely exited A and taken defensive positions around the west part of the map. Which means now I have to be more careful when crossing this hill because I can get tunnel vision and knocked out. Repairing is done and we continue to harass the enemy team near A. I notice T-55 AM rotating his turret towards me, but not at me, so I take a shot, naturally. We get a critical hit, knocking out his gunner and breach. Before he smoked up, I noticed he started backing up to A, so naturally I tried to get him on the way. I'm getting extra careful looking around and then I notice him and make a kill shot and get the second kill. And same as before, looking through binoculars for an enemy, specifically looking for enemies that don't look in my direction. And here I notice another T-55 AM, a third kill. And I notice that our team have made a comeback. Despite not having a front line, our teammates have successfully gotten into advantageous positions near B. After smoke is gone around A, I notice that there is still somebody there, so I throw an artillery there. You never know how RNG will turn out. Looking around through binoculars to assess the situation and thinking whether I should advance to B or continue overlooking A. I'm getting some random hits from the artillery, which gives me the most valuable thing, information. I know that there are at least 2 enemies on A. Well, not anymore thanks to the helicopter. Sorry, Napalm Brate. Having a helicopter on the overwatch and some teammates on the extreme northwestern flank, I decide to go to B and get a crewmate. After capturing B, our teammates are playing very conservatively. They know they have advantage, so they don't advance and wait for enemy to come to them. Very smart. Helicopter takes care of Type 69 to G, which gives me another assist. 3 kills, 2 assists, so far so good. I'm not doing anything exceptionally good, but good enough for our team to advance and cap and not getting flanked. I'm going to another advantages overwatch spot that also overlooks A and a bit more closer to their spawn. I noticed that my random assigned squad mate is being very impudent and getting very close to their spawn while doing actually a very good job killing enemies. There is a lot of action happening and I want a piece of it. I noticed the OF40 MTCA going to A, so I decide to advance myself. We're in a rather late game where it looks like the enemy has no chance of coming back, and with a friendly G91 as a close air support, I'm being more confident going to A. Our teammate starts decapping A and I'm feeling a bit anxious, and rightfully so, because some enemy was looking in that direction and I was lucky enough to dodge this shot. And now I cap A. So far I got 3 kills, 2 assists and hopefully now 1 cap. Nothing exceptional, just an average match. And there is nothing else to do but spawn push, the phrase that Orange Doom will like to say. Since our team have advanced so close to their spawn, I don't have much expectations of this match anymore. And rightfully so. Our team did an exceptional job this match, just like the last match, and I did precisely what I wanted to. Use the XM-1 speed to get to the hill, catch couple enemies off guard, and hopefully cap at least 1 point. And noticing the kill feed, I got extremely lucky because the Yak 38 killed 2 of my teammates near me. Since nothing else interesting happens in the rest of this match, I'm going to just fast forward to the results. We finish in place 4 with a quite nice 3-2-1 spread. 47,000 silver lions, close to 10,000 RP, and a first strike medal. So 2 matches, same map, opposite spawns, both wins. In both of the matches I performed average or slightly worse than an average. But even before any of the matches started, I had a strategy, and I tried to stay true to that strategy and not overextend and be very cautious. But in both matches I was a very efficient support to our team, especially in the second match. Pinning down A cap gave advantage to our flankers to get into very advantageous positions. In addition, everyone who was pinned at A couldn't support their team at B, which helped us immensely. Our team was not only able to capture B, but also take advantageous positions around it to keep it secure, and also not advancing prematurely to the enemy spawn. So all in all, in order to win a match, you need a competent team and an advantageous early game position to pin down an enemy and keep them where you want them to be. Thank you for watching and see you next time.